Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Joanna here. So in today's tutorial, you're going to be drafting the basic bodies for the male shirts. Let's get straight to the tutorial. So the measurement for this tutorial, we have the cross back to be 16 inches, the chest circumference to be 38, the waist to be 36, the hip 38, and the shirt length is 28 inches. Alright, so the materials for this tutorial, I have my rulers here. I have the curves here, the French curve and the other ruler. Then I have my measuring tape, pair of scissors, and then a marker. Then the pattern paper itself. Let's get straight to it. First of all, I'll come down from the edge of the paper half of an inch, which will serve as our starting point. I'll go ahead and straight that up. Now we have the starting point, which is also the shoulder line. So now on the shoulder line, I'm going to divide across back, which is 16 by 2. Then I will give the results. I'll mark the result on it, which is 8 inches. I'll mark it on it like this, 8 inches. Then I'm going to add half inch for seam allowance. Alright. Now, I'll go down from the top 2 inches, which serves as our shoulder slope. This will serve as our shoulder slope. I came down from the shoulder line 2 inches like this. Then I'm going to repeat the measurement of the cross back on it. So that is 8.5 inches like this. Now I'm going to go in for the neckline, the neck width actually 3 inches like this. Then I'm going to connect the shoulder slope, the 2 inches shoulder slope like this. I'm going to connect it like this to create the slope. Okay. Now I'm going to give this a curve, a round neckline. So I'm using the French curve to give it um, a curve at the neckline like this. Sorry about the first, I couldn't get the actual curve that I wanted. So this is it. Mind you, this is the back piece. This is the back basic bodice for the shirts. Okay. Now I'm going to go ahead to cut out the neckline and then the shoulder slope like this. Before then, I'm going to extend the shoulder slope a little bit to be able to fold it down. Okay, so this slope will enable us to fold the shoulder down. So to create that, I'm going to go down. So this is how it looks like when you drop it down or you fold it down. So on the neck weight, I'll go down 4 inches, and then at the slope end, I also go down 4 inches like this. And then I went ahead to straight up the line before I cut the neckline and then the slope out to be able to fold it down to join the front piece of your shirt. Okay, then I will cut it down a bit like this, like 2 inches. Then this will enable me to fold down the shoulder slope. Okay, so this is it. You understand, just as I showed you earlier how it will look like on the shirt. So this is how it looks like when you fold it down. Now I will go ahead and remark the across back measurement on it, which is 8.5. I'll remark it on the shoulder slope like this. Okay. Now the next step is the armhole depth. Now for the armhole depth, you are going to divide the armhole circumference, which is 18 inches by 2. Then I'll add 1 inch for easiness. So 13 by 2 gives us 6.5 plus the 1 inch for easiness will give us 7.5. So from the shoulder slope, I'm going to go down 7.5 like this. So I went ahead to straight that point out like this. Okay, so after giving it a straight line, I'm going to get the armhole curve. Now to do that, I'll retake the measurement from the shoulder slope to the chest line like this, which is 7.5. Then I'll divide it by 3. So 7.5 by 3 gives us 2.5 or 2.5 exactly like this. Okay, so I'll go ahead to straight that out as well. Then on the on the chest line, I'm going to divide my chest circumference by 4, which gives us 9.5 inches. Then I'll add 1 inch for easiness. That is 38 by 4. Then I will add 1 inch for easiness. Now on the upper chest line, which I'm going to use to get the armhole, I'll divide this across back, which is 16 by 2, plus half inch for easiness, like this. So that will give me 8.5. Okay, so this is what you are going to use. So I'm going to connect these 3 points, this, and this point to get the armhole. So like this, I place my armhole curve on it like this. Then I'm going to give it a curve. So that is it for the armhole. Okay, now let's take the vertical measurement. From the shoulder, I'll go down to the waistline, which is 17, to the hip, which is 25. That is 6 inches away from the waistline, like this. Then I'm going to get to the full length of the shirt, which is 28. Then I'm going to add 2 inches for hemming allowance. I hope you understand. So from the shoulder to waist 16, I'll go ahead and then give them a straight line, as you can see me doing. From the shoulder to the waist, which is 16, which is 17 rather. It is 17 inches, shoulder to waist 17, to the hip, which is 25, and then the full length, which is 28, plus the hemming allowance. All right. Now let's get to the horizontal measurement. So divide your chest circumference by 4. That is 9.5 plus 1 inch for easiness. Then on the waistline, which is 36, divide it by 4. Mark it there and then add 1 inch for easiness. Then repeat the chest circumference measurement for the hip if they are the same. So I repeated, which is 38 by 4, and then I added 1 inch for easiness. Then I'll repeat the same thing for the hem as well. Okay. So I'll go ahead to connect the points like this, from the armhole um to the chest, to the waist, and then to the hip. I hope you understand. I made a mistake, as you can see me. I made a mistake by connecting it to the um real measurement instead of the allowance. So you can see me canceling it out. Then I'll continue by straightening the real measurement as well, like this. Okay, so assuming your waist is just the same as that of the chest circumference, you just have to give it a straight line from the armhole line to the hem of the shirt, then it gets to be straight. You understand? So I'm just giving it a dot lines to illustrate to you that assuming it is the same as that of the waist, I mean your tummy is circumference just as that of your chest, and then the hip, you just give it a straight line. All right, so this is it for the front piece. This is it for the front piece. So I'll go ahead and then cut this out. I'll go ahead and cut it out. I'm not going to be using the straight line. That was just for an illustration. So I'll cut it out using the first measurement that we used. Please guys, if you haven't yet subscribed to the channel, kindly hit the subscribe button, like this tutorial, and please do share this video and leave a comment if you enjoyed watching this tutorial or you have a question for me. So we have our front pattern ready, and I'm going to use that to draft that of the back pattern. So as you can see, I have my pattern under the front pattern. Okay, so I'm just going to mark the lines, the major lines in the front pattern on it. As you can see, I just shifted the front pattern a bit. I give about half-inch gap to be able to retake the measurements, the important measurements, like this. Okay, so this is what I meant. If you have a tracing view, I couldn't find mine, that's why I used it. If you have a tracing hook, just retrace the lines in the front um, bodice block and then straight it up on the main pattern paper. First of all, I'll go ahead and then cut this out. I'll cut this out using the front pattern. Before then, to avoid shifting, I pinned the front pattern to the um sorry, I pinned the back blocks pattern to that of the front pattern that we are now cutting. I pinned it before I did the cutting to avoid the paper from shifting. So this is it. I'll put the back block away. Before then I'll take out the pins I used to join them. I'll take out the pins first, then I'll separate the two, then work on the front block. Okay, so I'll go ahead and straight out the lines that I marked with the marker. So as you can see, if you were using a tracing wheel, this could have been much more easier. Okay. Okay, so that is it. Just going to illustrate to you how this will look like on the back basic block pattern like this. So the shoulder will drop to join the front shoulder like this. Okay, so let's make the necessary adjustments on the front bodice. So I came up half inch. I'm going to cut the slope on the front bodice away. Remember, we are going to fold down the back slope to join the front. So I will cut that half inch, which is going to be used as the seam allowance to join the slope. I will cut that out as I've marked from there. Before then, I will make the necessary adjustment to the armhole as well. Remember, this is the front block, so I came in half inch from the chest line, the upper chest line. Then I'm going to give the armhole a deep curve than that of the back basic bodice block, like this. You understand? Okay, so the front part is quite deeper a bit than that of the back block. But sometimes when you make them equal, it doesn't make any um, much effect on the shirt. Okay, so I have a little piece on the slope, so I'm just going to quietly, gently cut that out as well on the slope, about quarter of an inch adjustment on the slope like this. All right, so that is the adjustment that we are going to make. So I'll cut down the slope as well on the front block like this. Okay, so this is it. This is how it's going to look like. We just have to make the neckline adjustment as well. Okay, so that is it. I'm going to come down from the shoulder line 3.5 inches like this for the neckline. Then I'm going to give it a round neckline using the neckline on the back block. So following the shoulder slope or the shoulder drop like this, I'm going to give it a round neck shape. So this is how it's going to look like. All right. Okay, so this is it. Mind you, all of this, um, assuming you're cutting on your main fabric, this should be on fold. This should be on fold. Your fabric should be on fold. So this is the front basic block and this is the back basic block, but it's for the male shirt. All right. Okay, for the back yoke, As you can see me measuring, I'm going to make it 8 inches. So it is about half inch away from the upper chest line. So I'm going to mark that as well. I'll come down half inch like this, then I'll straight it up like this. Okay, so you can fold it up like this to indicate that that is the yoke, or better still, trace it on a different pattern paper as your yoke. Okay, so that is it for the yoke and then the back block. All right, so guys, this is basically it. We have the front block and then the back, then the yoke. So this brings us to the end of the tutorial. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more tutorials. Subscribe, like, share, and please leave a comment if you enjoyed watching this tutorial or you didn't understand anything. See you on my next tutorial. Bye.